Episode 2.
Whoa.
That country bumpkin is quite principled. Jeremy's sister, Betty Walsh, sneered. Don't tell me this is one of her tricks. I hope she doesn't make up rumors that the Walshes mistreated her. When Jeremy heard this, he became sullen. Jeremy, I think you've acted rashly in this. Your grandfather is still sick. How are you going to explain this to him? Javier couldn't hold back his irritation as he was afraid that his father would be outraged by the divorce. I will publicly announce my marriage with Liana next month. Liana stared at Jeremy's handsome face. The happiness in her eyes was obvious. Absolute nonsense. How could you abandon your wife of 3 years so casually? Your reputation will be tarnished. I never cared about such things. Allison Burton was never the woman I wanted to marry. Jeremy's stance was firm, and he didn't show a hint of regret. Uncle Javier, please don't blame Jeremy. If you have to blame someone, then blame it on me. Liana leaned on Jeremy and said, It was my fault. I shouldn't have visited. I'll return to Mosgravia tomorrow morning. Jeremy, you should get back together with Allison. I don't want to be the villain who broke this relationship. Liana, this has nothing to do with you. Jeremy's gaze was fathomless as he said that. Then he took her hand. There are no feelings between Allison Burton and me. I've endured it for 3 years, and I'll never wrong you again. The night breeze was chilly. Jonah took Alyssa to the lake and boarded a yacht to enjoy the beautiful city nightscape. He hoped this would cheer her up. Jonah, are you trying to torment me? Alyssa looked at the couples around her. This is a place for couples to date. I wouldn't dare to come to such a place even during normal times. Really? You can only blame Silas. He prepared the fireworks here, and they'll start at 8. Jonah looked at his watch elegantly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With a loud explosion, a huge purple firework ignited the sky. All the couples nearby gathered at the deck, and many more came to the shore to watch. Silas certainly has terrible taste. Alyssa shook her head but felt happy in her heart. Think about the weird gifts you've received in the past. He has improved a lot. Jonah held his sister's shoulder and gently pulled her into his embrace. This is not the only gift for you. We've all prepared something, and they're piled up in your room. You are loved by many, so give your love and time to the people worthy of it. Alyssa was touched by his words, and she was on the verge of tears. Right then, a black Maybach stopped outside the crowd. Jeremy held Liana's hand as they exited the car. Since it was breezy, Liana hugged Jeremy tightly. Oh my, the fireworks are so pretty. Jeremy, look. Liana displayed her childlike innocence when she was with Jeremy, and that was what he loved about her. It differed from Allison Burton's incomprehensible dullness, which he disliked. In the past 3 years, Allison only had one advantage. She was obedient. But what was the use of that? Jeremy didn't love her at all. They walked to the railing. Suddenly, fireworks bloomed together, turning into a line of words in the air that read, Happy birthday.
Oh.
It's someone's birthday. Who is the lucky person getting such an amazing present? Liana said in an envious tone. However, Jeremy was shocked, and he felt something tugging at his heartstrings. He pursed his lips and thought, It's Allison Burton's birthday today. Did Jonah prepare this as a birthday gift for her? Then, a familiar bright voice sounded as a yacht passed in front of them, a man and a woman on its deck. It was Allison and Jonah.
Huh?
Isn't that Allison? Who's that guy beside her? He seems familiar, and they both look intimate. Liana acted naive as she asked this. Jeremy felt a sudden burst of anger, and his knuckles turned white when he grasped the railings tightly. They hadn't officially divorced, and yet Allison was having fun with another man. Why did she cry so pitifully in the afternoon then? After 2 laps around the lake, the yacht stopped by the shore. When the passengers had left, Jonah put an arm around Alyssa's waist, and they got down together. Allison Burton. Alyssa froze when she heard that name. She looked back to find Jeremy walking toward her. His handsome face still captured her heart, but it was all useless now. Jeremy himself had rejected the love she had given him for 13 years, and she couldn't love him anymore. Who is he? Jeremy's expression was cold and demanding. Mr. Walsh, You seem to have a poor memory. Jonah held his sister tightly and smiled. We've competed in business a couple of times. Allison Burton, answer my question. Jeremy ignored Jonah and walked closer to her. Mr. Walsh, we're divorced. What does it have to do with you, who he is? Alyssa replied in a cold and arrogant tone. Jeremy's expression changed. He couldn't believe the usually obedient Allison would speak to him in such a tone. We haven't officially divorced, yet you're already so eager to cling to another man? How dare Jeremy accuse Alyssa when he was the one to cheat on her in this marriage? Jonah was furious and was about to hit Jeremy, but Alyssa stopped him. However, her actions only enraged Jeremy. We haven't officially divorced, yet your first love can't wait to take my place. I didn't say a thing when she replaced me so quickly. What right do you have to stop me from being with another guy? Alyssa's hair fluttered in the wind. Her red lips curled into a smirk. This was the first time he had seen such a beautiful side of her. It was filled with a wildness that was difficult to tame. What's the matter? Is the ex-husband the only one allowed to get mad, while his ex-wife isn't allowed to make a fuss? Jeremy was speechless at her harsh words. At this time, Liana finally caught up. She noticed Jeremy still held some sentiments for Allison and stomped her feet angrily. However, she was in heels, and she twisted her ankle instead.
With that, she fell to the ground. Ah.
Jeremy, my ankle hurts. Only then did Jeremy return to his senses and help Liana from the ground. When he turned back, the other couple had disappeared from sight. The Heights' new villa in Bellbanks was home to the Taylor family. The Rolls-Royce stopped on the red carpet leading to the door of the building. Silas came out to welcome his sister and opened the car door for her. Welcome back, princess. Alyssa's delicate face looked even more stunning under the dazzling lights. When she got in the car, she had changed from sneakers to heels. Therefore, she now looked elegant, like a queen. How have you guys been, Silas?
Great.
It's even better now that you're back. Did you enjoy the fireworks? My birthday gift for you attracted the whole city's attention. It was even trending on social media. Silas' handsome face was filled with excitement.
Yes, I saw it.
The people were guessing if it was a tycoon trying to romance his wife, and some even said you were corny. Congratulations on unlocking a new achievement, Silas. Alyssa smiled and clapped her hands. Silas ignored her sarcasm and excitedly hugged her. Lice, you won't leave us again, right?
No.
He divorced me, so why would I leave now? Alyssa patted her brother's back to comfort him. She sighed. I embarrassed you guys. For 3 years, I thought I could make him fall in love with me if I persisted and put in all my effort. In the end, I failed so badly. Heaven knew how bitter she felt, but she endured it all. She swore that she would never shed another tear for Jeremy once she stepped out of the Walsh's house. It wasn't worth it. That bastard Jeremy Walsh. How dare he bully my sister? I will start a thorough investigation of the Walsh group tomorrow. Then, I'll have Axel assassinate that jerk. When Jonah heard that, he muttered an amen. Don't mess around, Silas. You're a public prosecutor. Alyssa laughed wryly. Can't you be like Jonah? Learn to be more peaceful. Bullshit. You don't know the bad things he did before becoming the peaceful guy he is now. Silas pulled his tie in anger and said, Anyway, I won't just let this matter pass. He can bully me, but not my sister. Since he dares to do so, he will always be on my radar. Alyssa took Jonah's arm on the left and Silas on the right. The three of them happily walked into the house that Alyssa dearly missed. When the chairman of KS Group, Winston Taylor, heard that his daughter was returning, the happiness on his usually stern face was obvious. He was so delighted that he paced around his study. Dad, I'm back. Alyssa came to the study with her brothers. In contrast to the usually gentle and virtuous attitude she showed to the Walshes, she directly laid on the sofa and kicked away her heels. Jonah also sat down and took his sister's slender and fair legs, putting them on his own and giving her a massage.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.